All right, thanks for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. Hope you're doing well wherever you might be in the world. Today is going to be a short podcast. It's basically just a quick update. I'm really excited to announce that I have self-published a photography book called Police Brotherhood in Uniform Around the World, and it is a 180-page book that showcases police officers that I encountered during our 800-day journey around the world, Nikki and I. And the book is has 89 large format color photographs from over 60 cities where I would pass. I had the opportunity to pass police officers while I was taking on long walks, and they were just performing their daily duties. And they would pause, and I'd have a chance to take. I would ask them if I could take their photo, and they agreed. And you could in these photographs you can see the different surroundings they're in. So obviously, I'm really excited about this for many reasons. First, because just how it came about. Nikki and I, as we set out on our journey, we were in Santiago, Chile, and I just happened to during one of our walks early on, I passed this policewoman that was on her horse, and I just thought it was a cool opportunity to take the photo, and she agreed. And then shortly thereafter, I passed a police officer with his dog, his police dog, in a park, and did similar with him. And then about a week later, we were in Valparaiso, Chile, and I was walking for looking for a cafe, and I passed a gentleman, a police officer, in this back alley, remote area, and at that point, it was like a weird dynamic. So I asked him, used Google Translate to do so, and then got his photo, and then just the surrounding area that he was in was the photo is pretty awesome. So at that point, I decided that if I had the opportunity to do this as we continue to travel, I would absolutely do it. Not really knowing what the end result would be, but understanding that if it came about that I could share it, then I would. And at the end, with over 70 photos altogether, I decided that a photography book would be the best way to celebrate it and share it, and that's what I've done. Also in the book, there's a few like landscape photos of cool places that we went to. So the book in all is just it's exciting for me because I can remember each and every one of these encounters, and the police that I've shared it with, they think is pretty cool because you get to see the different uniforms, you get to see the kind of the weaponry. Like for example, the guys in Cambodia have amazing guns, I guess they're holding, and then the gentlemen in Japan are holding like sticks, as well as the guys in India. So as the police get to look at this book, they see that even though they're in the same profession, it's handled differently around the world. And it's cool too because the backgrounds of each of the photos are very different, and some are exotic. I've got these two guys that in front of the Taj Mahal. That visit was amazing because at first they weren't really open to the idea, but through our tour guide, he translated the thing that I've been doing around the world, and I showed those two photos of the other police officers, and as I continue to get photos along the way, and then I would show police officers that I had been doing this along the way, it helped them get I guess understand the idea better, and then they would typically be willing to take the photo. I did not always get the photo. There were definitely people that said no on the way, and I would thank them and move on. But I would always do my best to tell them how much I appreciated their service, and then the fact that I was from America, had friends and family there in the police, and I was just trying to capture this along our journey. So that's kind of how it came about. But like places like the Taj Mahal, where those two gentlemen, they finally, when they said yes to the translator, they sat on a bench that had the Taj Mahal behind them. It was amazing that they sat where they did. And then on top of Machu Picchu, and in Vatican City, with St. Peter's in the background. So there's all kinds of amazing photos that amazing to me in this book, and I'm excited to be able to share it. And the other cool thing that I've created is the ability to gift the book to police officers. So there's this wish list link that police can fill out, put their information there, and then people can purchase a book for them, and then I'll share a note of gratitude towards a police officer with your name, or the giver's name, and city and state, and then so they'll receive this book in the mail. So overall, I'm really excited. It was a long process, obviously a very long process of capturing these photos, and then just working with Austin, who works with me on World Barbershop Adventures. Austin and I just going back and forth and putting the book together and doing this in a self-publishing manner. So sometimes, probably most of the time with books like this, there's an outside organization that has done this many times, and they know how to put all this together, where I just went about trying to figuring it out on my own, kind of like the podcast and the YouTube series, and said, I can do this. So I found a great publisher, or a great printer in northern Indiana, worked with them to understand what we need to hand over, and then Austin and I worked together to build this out and put together the photos and built the front cover, and we've got this awesome inside cover that has badges of all the cities and all the countries that these police officers represent. So it's got a cool inside cover, and then I kept the amount of text that I shared to a minimum, but I definitely explain in the book how some of these photos came about and a few of my favorites. So I share those stories, and then also talk a little bit about how much travel means to me. But that's it. I'm super pumped. Kind of the book specs, if you will. Again, 180 pages, 89 photos. It's a little bit bigger than 9x12 portrait. And when you receive the book, it's a hardback book. It's got a really cool, vibrant cover to it. If you want to go to the website is policearoundtheworld.com. Hopefully that's easy enough to remember. But policearoundtheworld.com. Feel free to share that with anybody. But it is hardbacked, and you'll see I actually do a walkthrough preview of the book. But you'll see that it's hardback, and it's super vibrant photos inside. But it'll be shrink wrapped for protection. So when you receive the book, it'll be wrapped up. And that is about it. The retail price will be $60. I am having a sale until September the 6th, so they will be released on September the 6th. It's done. It's in production now, and it comes out on September 6th. So I've set up a 10% off sale with free shipping until September 6th. So hopefully if you hear this before that, take advantage of that sale that's going on. After that, retail is $60, and it'll be $55 to mail it to a police officer. I decided to keep that at a reduced rate to encourage that, because I really want, my hope is that people will see this and get excited. The police officer it'll be a way to show our gratitude towards the men and women in uniform, and just kind of celebrate all that they do for us on a day-to-day basis. And it'll be random in a selection. The list is already out there and growing, and as it continues to share with other police officers, it'll continue to grow. And I've already received a number of gifts for these police officers. So that's the goal, is to be able to celebrate that way, but also for those travelers and people that appreciate this type of stuff, for them to get it and be a great coffee table book, whether you have a business or a setting where people come into, or if you just want to have it at home in part of your collection of photo books. But that is it. That's the wrap. That is the short preview. I'm always open to ideas. Obviously, I've been able to kind of talk about the podcast and the website and our travels to over 35 countries or during this journey. So I'm always open to ideas. If in your range of friends and family, if you know some way that I could tell this story to get the word out for this book, I'm open to that, and or other podcasts out there or other media outlets. I'm wide open. They can reach me at matt@passportjoy.com, And because I just want to spread this word the best I can, because I'm excited about this. And if you want to go, like I said, go check it out at policearoundtheworld.com. I'd appreciate it, and looking forward to continuing to push this out here. Thank you so much for listening, wherever you might be in the world. And until next time, safe travels.